Hey, Pastor Wayne here, doing some more live coaching from your questions that you have emailed and sent in. If you want us to answer your questions here on the air, then be sure to just comment below. We'll be happy to jump in and answer your questions, or you can actually email us, and we'll be happy to get that information over to you. Today, I'm going to go into two questions here from our email. I'm going to go to the computer here. Wow. They're actually, and what's interesting in this, they come up quite often in counseling. They're more connected than most people realize. One's about self-sabotage, one's about anxiety. So if you ever felt like you're getting in your own way spiritually, or wondered if something's wrong with you because you feel anxious as a Christian, this video is for you. So let's go into question number one. Wow. Pastor Wayne, I love God, but I feel like I sabotage myself spiritually. I start strong, then I pull back. I know what to do, but I don't follow through. Why do I keep doing this? Well, let me just share with you really clearly. Most spiritual self-sabotage is not rebellion. It's actually self-protection. Let me explain. Most believers, many believers should I say, sabotage growth because growth feels unsafe to their nervous system. Okay? Even if it's good for their soul. There's the fear, first there's the fear of disappointment. If you've been hurt before, failed before, let down spiritually, part of you says, I don't want to fully commit because I don't want to get hurt again. Okay, so it's fear of disappointment. Second, it's identity lag. God may be calling you forward faster than your self-image is called up to. And God's not wrong here, but you see yourself as who you were, not as God says you are. And then third really is what I call shame cycles. Shame whispers, why try again? You'll just mess it up. And when shame is driving, sabotage feels safer than hope. But here's the truth. You don't sabotage because you don't care. You sabotage because you care deeply. You're afraid to trust again. God isn't condemning you for that. He's inviting you into healing. He's inviting you to walk into the identity He's called you into. Amen? And this leads directly to our next question, because self-sabotage and anxiety often come from the same place. And the question was simple. Pastor Wayne, is it wrong to feel anxious as a Christian? I'm a believer. I struggle with anxiety. I pray, but my mind still races. Is this a sign of weak faith? Well, let me answer this plainly from someone who has dealt with anxiety. Anxiety is not a spiritual failure. It's a physiological. It's an emotional signal. All right? The Bible never says faithful people won't feel anxious. It shows us faithful people who brought their anxiety to God. Anxiety shows up when you've been carrying responsibility alone, you've been in survival mode too long, or you've learned to be strong instead of supported. Here's something real important. Faith doesn't eliminate anxiety. A relationship with God, though, will transform how you carry it. See, God's peace isn't the absence of anxious thoughts. They're going to creep in, but it's the presence of God within the storm. Okay, as my pastor says, you have peace with God, then you have peace of God. And if anxiety meant weak faith, then David, Elijah, Jeremiah, even the disciples wouldn't qualify. So anxiety doesn't mean you don't trust God. It means you've been trying to manage life without enough rest or safety or support. So if you're watching this and thinking, why do I self-sabotage? Why do I feel anxious? You're not broken. You're not failing God. You're responding to pressure without enough support. And healing doesn't start with trying harder. It starts with understanding what your soul has been carrying. Find someone to pray with you, to stand with you, to lift you up, to believe in you, to help you see yourself as God sees you. If this resonated and you need help working through this, through coaching, counseling, spiritual guidance, you don't have to do it alone. That's what we're here for. Go to PastorWayneSutton.com. On the main page, you can scroll down and sign up for personal coaching. And I look forward to seeing you there. PastorWayneSutton.com. Until next time, be blessed. I pray a blessing over you, and I'll see you on the next video.